Hi students, in our previous video we have started the mail merge concept which is there for 9th standard and 10th standard students also. In previous video we have covered for the topics covered under 9th standard. Even I told you that for 10th standard students also you have to go through that video because that's very important for you guys, because you have not studied in detail that one. Okay, I hope you have studied now. We will continue with the further steps in a mail merge, okay, which is covered in a 10th standard. So mail merge, what it contains? It contains a main document and data source. Main document is a fixed and data source is a source or the data which is keep changing depending upon the number of customers to whom we are sharing or number of students to whom are sharing, okay, that is data source. Main document is the matter which are sharing to all the members, okay. Then what are the applications for creating letters, mailing the labels or envelopes or mass emails? We are using this mail merge concept, okay. These all things I have explained in my previous video, right? Performing a mail merge, what are the steps? First we have to create a main document, then creating the data source, then adding the merge fields into the main document, then merging the data source with the main document. These are the main steps which has to be followed while performing the mail merge. This I have explained in my previous video, okay. These all things I have explained, okay. How we have created the data source? We have created the data source in a spreadsheet, okay, that is the Excel, then that has been saved, okay. Then again we have linked that to our main document, right? Those things we have did. In today's class we will see the topic called implementing mail merge or implement mail merge. Implement mail merge, okay. So this is for the 10th standard students, okay. So now first step as it is creating the data source, that is the main concept in this implement a mail merge is, that is steps to print labels for your mailing list, okay. That is the most important topic. The first step again here, creating the data source. First step it is here creating the data source. Data source, whether it is a fixed or keep changing? Yes, it is keep changing, right? Or we can call it as a floating data, right? So where we will create this one? We will create in Open Office Calc, that is spreadsheet, right? In the sense spreadsheet, in the sense it is a Excel, okay. Whatever data source we have created, that will be saved in .ods extension file, right? So we have created that one by giving a name my addresses.ods, right? In previous video we have did this one, right? So this is the data source where we have created the data or the names of the customers to whom we are sharing, okay. This is the first. Second step here is linking the data source. Second step here is, this is the first step. Second step is linking the data source. Linking the data source. For that, what we have to do here? We have to go to Open Office Writer. That previous we have opened that one, right? We have did this one also. We have to open Open Office Writer. In that we have to go to File. We have to go to File. Then we have to go to Wizard. Here in the Wizard we have to go to Address Data Source. Clear, right? Here there is a address data source wizard will get opened. This is the another dialog box. In this, what we have to do? We have to choose the other external data source. Default will be the Windows system address book, but we have to select other external data source, then click on the next button. Okay, here another address book data source wizard will get opened. In that, we have to click on the settings button. Here in the database type, what we have to do? Here default will be DBase. We have to select spreadsheet, right? We have to select spreadsheet and then click on the next button. You will get another dialog box where we have to go for a browse option. Okay, we have to browse, it will get opened. Then here we have to select where we have created that data source. I have given a name called my address, right? My addresses we have given, just double click on it. Okay, so here we will get that address path where we have created that one. Clear now? Then what is the next step here? The path is displayed here, then click on the finish button. Here you will go to fourth step, that is the field assignment. Okay, in the field assignment, what you have to do here? Here you have to go to next, click on the next button. Here already address 1 it is there, then you can give a new name to this one. Instead of addresses 1, I can name it as a address book 2. Okay, so here we can name this as a address. Instead of addresses 1, here we can name it as address book 2. Okay, I have renamed, and previously it was there in a name of address, right? Here now I have changed the name. So here again I am creating this. This has to be available for all the modules in a open office address book. Okay, so I finished, I have given finish, right? Then the next step here in this is preparing the mailing labels for printing. The third step which we have to be do, we are here is, that is preparing mailing labels for printing. Preparing mailing labels for printing. Clear? So what are the steps to be followed for preparing mailing label for printing? Here we have to open that writer. Okay, then click on the file menu, then go to new. Here in this we have to go to labels. Okay, here a labels window will get appeared. Then here on the options tab, go to options tab, make sure that this synchronize contents is there na, it is deselected. Okay, then check it in this box, or that is you select this box. Okay, it has to be selected, that is synchronize contents. Okay, now what you have to do? Go to labels, in the labels select the database, here for a previous video there I have given a name addresses which has to be available for all our open office. Now I have given a name address book 2. Okay, so I have to select this address book 2. Okay, then go to table, here sheet 1 will appear, select that sheet 1. Okay, then this is the label text address where we have to mention the address, we will see that one. Now in a format, here sheet it has got selected default, right? That is the brand. If you want to change, you can change. You can change this to Avery A4 or Avery letter size or Jacquard. Here there are different brands are there, whichever you want you can select. This is the I have selected Avery A4 size. Okay, then type is there here. This type also you can change whichever you want, you can select that one. Here I will select Avery inkjet label is there, Avery inkjet label is there. Here I will select Avery rectangle sticker. Okay. Here default size for this sticker will get, that is 3 inch into 1.25 inches, that is 2 by 6 size. Okay, this is the size of that particular sheet. Okay. Now after this, here this is over now, right? Here instead of this default one, if you want to create your own, you can give a new document. Okay. If you go to new document, then your own document will open with the synchronized labels which is there at a left side. Here you can create your own labels. Okay. If you want whatever the style you want, you can create that one. Okay. Now go back to synchronized labels. Okay. Close this one. Okay. If you want to make any changes to this size, then go to format. Here the default size they have specified, that is the horizontal pitch and vertical pitch. You can change this one. Okay. Here the dimensions will be visible here. This is the width is there, height is there. If you change this, okay, size, okay, it has changed right here. Okay. So if you want to change, you can change it, or then you can, after changing this, you can save this one. Okay. That will be created as your own format. Okay. If you don't want that, it was there previously 3.65, right? Check it in labels, it was there around 3.65, keep it as it is, that is 3.6. Okay. Keep it as it is, then you can give save. Okay. Or if it as it is there, then come back to labels, go to database field, again you will get a drop down menu in a label. In that drop down menu, here select the first field used in the label, that is designation. Okay, we have used designation, right? That has to be selected. In the database field, designation is there. Okay, give the arrow mark, it will come back this side, and again give title. Okay, then first name, again last name, then address, city and pin code. Okay. Here in a label text document space, you will get all these database fields which we have entered in a address book to sheet. Okay. Now after moving all to the label text, okay, then click on the new document here, new document, and what we have to do here, once if you inserted as per the desired punctuations, and you can give some spaces if you want. Okay, as per, you see here, here the address book 2 is there, sheet is there, then pin code address is there. Okay, whatever we have selected there, that is present in this data. Okay, that is address space. Okay. Now what we have to do next, then click on the new document. If you click on the new document, you will get a new page displaying the series of frames. Okay, here there is a series of frames will be displayed specifying whatever we have selected in the address book 2, that will be specified, and here the synchronized labels will be displayed on a particular field, whichever I want we can select that one. Okay, from the given, see here there are 4 members are there, right? So it is displaying here whatever we have selected there. So whichever we want we can select that one from here. Or if you want to make any changes, okay, that we can make a here changes. Suppose this floating synchronized labels are we have given right there. In a first step we have given synchronize contents checkbox we have selected, right. Now this is the small floating window. This is the named as synchronized labels that appears on the document with the labels. Okay, it is appearing here, right. If you want to make any common corrections in all the fields, then you can just make the corrections just once, that will be appeared in all the documents. For example, see here designation is there. In the designation, if you write, suppose I am writing here the, okay, I have written here the, we have added the designation. If you click on the synchronized labels, that the is added to all other data, right. Here in all other labels it has appeared now, right. Okay, then now you can save this template for your future use also. Clear now? Okay. So for further use, if you want to save, then just click on the save button. You can save this in your desktop or wherever you want. There you can save as a template 4. So if you want to print this one, that is the next step is printing labels. Once prepared the mailing labels for the printing, the next step is printing labels. The next step is printing labels. In order to print the labels, what is the procedure we have to follow here is first, so last step is, that is the printing labels. Okay, so in order to print the labels, that is whatever we have created, the labels in the sense these are the stickers which has to be pasted on the letters which are we have created the as a main document. There is the address, okay, to whom we have to send. For that, what we have to do, how we can do that one, here go to file, then give print option, you will get this one, that is the mail merge. Okay, here you can select here from this record, we can select all, or you can select from to or just give all. Okay, then after giving give all, you can in the output either you can select the printer. If you have the printer, directly you can select the printer option, or you can save it to the file. Okay, before giving to the printer, you can give a file, that is a print to the file, or just you can give the printer name and press on OK. Okay, this is the printing whatever the labels we have created, because here it is not connected to, here it will show that whatever the printers is connected to your particular system. Okay, but here it is not connected to any printers. Okay, just if you connected to any printer, suppose, then just select that particular printer and give as a print. Okay, you will get that odd copy of this one. Okay, clear? This is the first option. Or if you want to save this particular labels to a particular, here it is not connected to any printer, that's why it is showing like this. If it is connected to printer, you will get a printout of that particular label. Okay, no problem. Now the or either you can print, or what you can do, just give as a print. It is asking for a printing, then one more dialog box will get open. When you give OK, then you can give in output print to a file. Here it is asking for save as a single document or save as a individual document. If you save as a individual document, each one label is saved, it will be saved as a one document, but if you give it as a save as a single document, all the labels will be saved in a single document. Okay, that is the difference between save as single document and save as individual document. Okay, here the path will be displayed like, see, this is the field designation, path is in the C drive, user, master and documents, file format is ODF text document. Okay, then press on OK, it will be saved to a particular ODF text document. Here you can name it. Okay, you can name it as a labels. Okay, I'll name it as a labels. Okay, these are the labels, in the sense these are the address stickers which we have to be attached to the main document, or the contents what we have typed in our previous writer, or which has to be communicated to all the customers or students, to whomever we want to share. Okay, then press save. Okay, it will be saved. Okay, now this has completed the contents available for 10th. Okay, so in both the videos I have covered for 9th and 10th students. You have to see both the videos and you have to follow the steps in your practical class. In the 9th standard we have covered creating a letter, mailing the labels, envelopes and mass. These are the applications of the mail merge. Okay, what are the steps we have followed for creating the mail merge? First one is the create a main document, creating the data source, then adding the merge fields, that is these are the merge fields. How we have to do? We have to drag and drop. Okay, using that we will merge the fields, okay, to a main document. Then merging the data source with the main document. So data source here it is a floating or changing document, and main document is the document or fixed document, or it is a information or data which we have to be shared. It is a common data, right? Main document in the sense it is a common data which we are going to be shared to all the students, okay, or all the clients. So we have studied how to create the data source in a spreadsheet or Excel. Then this is about for the 9th standard. In a 10th standard, topics covered here is creating the data source, again it is repeated as per 9th standard. Then linking the data source and preparing mail merge label. Okay, here in the first video we have created the main document and data source. Okay, so main document is over, data source is present. Now we have created labels, because see, this is the main document, this the printed document we have printed in a A4 size and we are keeping in a envelope. Imagine we are keeping in a envelope. Okay, this one we have kept in envelope. So in order to stick on this we need certain labels, that is to whom we are communicating this main information. Okay, that how to create these labels we have studied in this class. Okay, so that's all for your mail merge. Okay, in the next class, whatever the 8 steps present in this mail merge, in general I'll explain all the topics with a 10 minutes video. Okay guys, so that's all for today's class. Thank you.